Hi everybody, my name is Erica and I wanted to make a quick welcome video to welcome everybody new who's coming in. Please excuse my appearance. I had a laser skin procedure done, so I know I've got some like crazy weird lines on my face and I look like I have a horrible sunburn. I will get normal, back to my normal self soon, but kind of is what it is right now. But I did want to say hi and make a video because I'm not sure how much I am going to be around when you first come in. And I just want to give you some preliminary information just so that you're super comfortable. So I'm Erica and my husband's name is Greg and we have 3 children. There's Xavier, who is 16. You probably will see him around. Jackson is 13, and of course you guys will meet Max. And really, like, we're so excited to have new people on the team, and we want you guys to feel extremely comfortable and really like our home is your home when you're here. But we also want you to feel extremely supported, and like at a moment's notice, you can call us at any time. So I work at Van Wyck Junior High. It's, I want to say, between 8 and 10 minutes from here. And really, if you need anything at any point in time, I can be home very, very quickly. I'm a speech therapist, not a classroom teacher. And so if there is ever anything, it's a lot easier for me just to kind of like leave the room. I'll just send the kids back to class. And I can be home very, very quickly. So I want you to know that, and just know you don't ever have to hesitate to call me, text me, ask me to come home. Really, to be honest, like, I don't anticipate that you would need a lot of that, only because I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that because I think that a lot is going to happen. Max is really pretty easygoing. I think the biggest thing with him in terms of like unwanted behavior is verbally him saying, I don't want to. I don't want to, I'm bored, maybe later, no thank you, I don't feel like it. He'll do some of those things, but other than that, he is not, and I would never leave him here with someone if he was the kind of child who had aggressive behavior or a lot of challenging behavior. You know, he's really not that kind of kid. There was a time when he was, but all of the therapy that he has gotten has really just helped him come so far, and he's very good at expressing himself verbally. So he will let you know if he's not happy, but he's, you know, there isn't anything super challenging in that regard. But for you guys, really, I know it can feel like a lot probably coming into someone's home and not really knowing where things are, not knowing the family. So we just want you to feel like at any time, please contact us, and we can be here. Also, you know, both my husband and I, so I'm at Van Wyck, but Greg is at 3 different schools. He's the phys ed teacher. He's at Van Wyck, he's at Fishkill Plains Elementary, which is even closer, to be honest. I think that one might be like 6 to 7 minutes away. And he's also at Myers in the afternoon. So as a traveling teacher, he has a couple of breaks throughout the day. He's got a lunch period in the middle of the day. So we're definitely in and out. So, you know, you can catch us any time at that point. In terms of my lunch and break and me coming home, it changes every day. So I take my breaks when my students, like, when it's not convenient for them to come to see me, that's like when I'll take a break. And if you're not familiar with Wappingers, they run on a 6-day cycle. All that means is that every day the schedule is different, and every week the schedule is different. So my schedule on Monday one week is going to be different than my schedule on Monday the next week. But what we're going to do, I'm going to try and always have it posted for you, just so you have an idea of like when we'll be in and out and when somebody will be here for additional support if you need that. But again, I mean, that's like for, you know, just kind of mild things. We want you to know if there's anything big that ever comes up, or even a big question. Even if you just have a question, please do not hesitate. Really, I'm probably the easiest person to get into contact with, but you can call myself or my husband, and we will always answer for you. Let me think if there's anything else. Oh, one other thing, and Brianna, I'm sure will tell you all of this, but just a little heads up in terms of like our house and what to expect. We do have a dog named Tucker. When you guys are here, we will crate him so you don't have to worry about it. If you want to let him out of his crate, Max likes to play with him sometimes. That can be a nice reinforcer or a reward for him. You can do that, but you don't have to. We don't want you to feel like you have to do that at all. But he'll be around. He's small. He's this big, maybe. I think he's maybe 11-pound dachshund. His bark is bigger than he is. So you might hear him. He might sound like a big dog, but he's just a little thing. So he'll be around. And the only thing really to probably know other than that about our house that I know Brianna will go over, but also just, from us, is Max's diet. Max follows a gluten dairy-free diet, but we want you to know that it's nothing about his food is a severe allergy by any stretch of the imagination. All of my children have food intolerances, and my older children, for them, it's probably more intense than it is for Max. So like my older son, he'll get a full body rash sometimes. He'll get a stomach ache. For Max, there's really nothing significant about his food intolerances. Sometimes he might get a canker sore, and other times it's kind of funny that like food would result in this kind of reaction, but he'll squeak a little. So like I can't imitate it, but you'll know it when he does it. It seems like a vocal stim, but believe it or not, it's like related to food. Certain foods will trigger that. And then sometimes like he'll motor tick a little bit. So like I can't even do how he does, but he'll like scrunch. It's funny the way his muscles work, but like he'll kind of do different things with his eyes. It can sometimes look alarming because he will sometimes roll his eyes back. But do not be upset or afraid if you see that. It just means that something has triggered, and usually it is either a sickness that like is coming and he won't exhibit signs of sickness for like another week or so. But if sickness is on the horizon, he will motor tick, or sometimes food will do it. And so Max does follow gluten and dairy-free diet. But all of his like safe foods, I'll lay all that out for you guys. So you'll know what he can eat and what he can't. I'll kind of like write out his choices for lunch, his choices for breakfast and that kind of thing. But if he eats something, like sometimes he eats things and I don't know, like it'll seem like a perfectly fine food and he'll have a little bit of a reaction. So if that happens, like there's a certain kind of cookie that we were buying and it was supposedly everything free, but for whatever reason, every time he had this cookie, he would like motor tick a little bit. So we removed the cookie and the motor tick stopped. So sometimes I might ask you like, hey, can you just write down what he had for snack or what he had for lunch, so then I can try and like pinpoint if it's food or if it's something else that's causing it. So that's the only thing. Max has a little mini fridge, and a lot of times, so there's the regular refrigerator in the kitchen and then there's the mini fridge. A lot of times I'll put food in the mini fridge so that way you don't have to like search through our big fridge or wonder. But my older two sons will sometimes try and take over the mini fridge as if it's theirs. And anything in there Max can have, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's specifically for Max, because if you see like Arizona iced tea in there, then that's my teenage sons. Let's see what else. I think that's it in terms of, like initial coming on. I think Brianna will probably give you all the other information you need. I don't know if I already said this, but I'm going to try and post the schedule on the wall. I'll also post all emergency numbers. You'll have my phone number. If you can, on your first day, please leave me with your phone number. That way, if we need to cancel, like if Max isn't feeling well or something's come up and we have to cancel that day's session, I can give you as much notice as possible. And then obviously vice versa, I'll leave my phone number and then you'll have that if you need to cancel. Instead of just letting Helene or Brianna or the company know, if you could let us know, because then obviously we have to make arrangements for work and that kind of thing. Oh, and there's one more thing just to know. So from 7 to 8 in the morning, we all actually leave, my sons and my husband and myself, we all leave around 7 o'clock for work and for school. And so at from 7 to either 8 or 8:30, Someone else will be here. We're in the process of hiring, so I'm not 100% sure who, but you'll get to meet her on your first day. And she's really just here to kind of babysit Max while we're at work until someone gets here, and then to be here for a little bit in the morning for you guys as a resource, just in case, again, you need anything. But she's also going to be new. So in terms of finding things in the house, in the very beginning, until everybody gets really established here, please feel free to call me or text me, or I'll even leave you my email. I check my emails throughout the day, you know, anything you need. I keep saying one more thing. I have to stop doing that because I keep thinking of things, but I think this is going to be the last thing. And the only other thing, just like this video, I'm going to leave up, I post these onto YouTube, but the only people really who have access to the YouTube account would be the people who work with Max and my family. And that's one of the big ways that I communicate. So sometimes it's nice to see a face, and then if there is ever anything that has to do with school or a lesson or anything like that, sometimes it's easier to see it than to read through pages of things written out. So what I'll do is on our computer upstairs, and Brianna will be able to show you where that is, if I've left a video or something for you, I'll just leave it up, and then you can press play and watch the video for that week or that day. Unless I can think of another way. I used to put a link into Max's daily planner, and maybe I'll try and do that. I'm not sure, but for now, I think what I'll do is I'll leave you a note. Hey, check the computer, and then the video will be right on the computer, and then you'll just have to hit play. And again, it's just an easy way for me to communicate things about lessons or homeschool or you know, anything coming up that week. So there's that. And then for you guys, if you could always make me a video, or like I said, call, text, email, the whole night. So that's it for now. We're so excited. If you ever need anything in terms of materials for Max or games, or if there's anything you want to do with him, the sky is the limit, to be honest. You just ask us, we will make sure that you have it. If there are snacks, foods, drinks that you want to have in the house for yourself, please let us know. We will have that for you. Like I said, we really want you to be super comfortable and feel at ease, and also feel very supported while you're here. So just, if there's anything you need, let us know. And if you have any questions, let us know. All right, that's it. I can't wait to meet you guys. Bye.